If you make videos, you can make myth. It's not as easy as typing in a keyword and letting AI loose on the world, but it's a great way to become unforgettable. So what does it take? Well, therein lies a story. Every human being has an imagination. It's important to our own success and the success of humanity that we exercise it. When Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge, he was talking about contemplating and pursuing possibilities that no one else had thought of yet. This can even mean the difference between life and death.
4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Challenger now heading down range.
Challenger, go with throttle up.
Challenger, go with throttle up.
After the Challenger exploded, engineers blamed the rubber O-rings for hardening up because of the cold temperatures. This let the heat slip by and burn through the struts that held the engines in place. But the higher-ups at NASA later admitted under public questioning that the true cause of this disaster was a failure of imagination. The thing is, we never start life that way. When I was a child, more than a few times, you could have found me sitting on the floor of our apartment studying Greek myths and legends. I was fascinated with all those ancient gods and heroes. I also loved the stories of Pippi Longstocking, a very independent child who never needed anyone's permission to be or do anything. My absolute favorite, though, was Howard Pyle's The Wonder Clock, 4 and 20 marvelous tales being one for each hour of the day. It now sits on the bookshelf of a New York City actress, my daughter. To a child, all of these stories took on the weight of myth. They offered insights into the human psyche and taught us how to be compassionate human beings. Einstein was right. Imagination is a powerful tool that helps everyone thrive. However, that sort of quality doesn't get much development as we grow up. Instead, from the time we're very young, those thirsty imaginations are fed into an establishment meat grinder and expelled 12 years later, vacuum sealed as neatly as a smoked, chopped, pressed, sliced package of boiled ham, the better to be consumed by an employer. The establishment hates real imagination. Makes you less controllable. But here's my point. Your videos, even if the intent is to sell something, can greatly enhance someone's ability and desire to dream, to imagine new possibilities, to create something better. That's kind of cool. Way cooler than using video to create better propaganda. If you can lead others to see themselves with more clarity, you'll enjoy a place of honor in their worlds. A place none of your competitors ever even think about. All they can do is swing that crude catch-all tool they call persuasion, but which is really just pre-digested emotion, maybe a dash of coercion, because their pre-cooked imaginations are well past their use-by date. But if you're still watching this, I suspect that isn't your problem. It's figuring out how to help someone leapfrog over their own limitations. But we're talking about stories. So here's a simple myth-making recipe, no baking required. Pull out one simple idea from the back of your mind, like practice is more important than talent. Season it with compassion, a handful of courage, a sprinkle of sacrifice, a splash of surprise, and end with a harvest of satisfaction. Think people aren't ready to hear this? Depends on the people. Who are you trying to reach? I think today could be the best day for you to begin. There's a new world rising, a wiser, more aware, more compassionate one. It just doesn't make it into the news. Your world, your business, will be defined by the myths people share about you. I'm just saying you've always had the power to tell that story. No permission needed. Who would give it anyway? Words of wisdom from Pippi Longstocking.